to the channel, Deke TV59 Complete Auto Detailing. And today I got a pretty quick one here. This one's not going to be too long. And the reason why is because I've been wanting to use this 301 touchless paint. It's like a bead maker. And the way that this stuff goes, I've had this stuff. I got a few other bottles. I got the 301 detail. If anybody knows anything about the, not 301, 303. If anybody knows anything about the 303 products, this is the stuff that they use on airplanes, you know, planes and jets. This is what the stuff that they use to clean and put sealing on those. This is what they use to make planes shine. So 303, if they're making planes shine, they have to be up in the air catching all kinds of stuff. Imagine what the stuff does down here. And the stuff is really good. I mean, I've used it, the ceramic spray detailer before. It's really good, but I've never used the touchless sealer. Okay, now on the touchless sealer, this stuff says on it that after you wash the car, you spray it by sections. And as you spray it by sections, you leave it wet. And while it's wet on there, you leave it wet section by section and then just spray it off. Okay, now I've done some of the other side of the vehicle, but I want to do this side and I want to just show you how this stuff works. Okay, and then I'll explain a little bit more stuff to you that I got. Let's get a closer look at this. Let's see. Let's get a closer look, rinsing it off, and I'll show you if you all can see this or not. Now, as you all can see, how the water just, well, the water beats up, and how it's got a lot of hydrophobics in it. But you know, this 303 touchless bead maker is not the only reason why that the water is just shooting right off my truck. It's not the reason why the water's just shooting off of it. And I'm going to show you the reason why. You can see how the water's bubbled up on the front and everything. Let's get the other side and I'll show you that. And as you all can see, take a look at it. You can see how the water is just, it's repelling, it's sheathing off of it, it's beading up all around the place. And the reason why it's beading up around the place, I mean, the 303 touchless sealant is really good. And that's what makes for it, back here in the back. As you can see back here, where it looks like some of the water is even trying to dry up, but it's drying up without spots in it. And that's what the 303 does. That's exactly what the 303 does. I've used it before, but I'm gonna show you all the reason why my truck, why it repels water so well. Okay, I'm gonna blow dry it first. I'm not even gonna touch it with a rag. I'm gonna blow dry it. Okay, so check this out, guys. I just got the wash in the truck. I used the 303 touchless sealant on it, and I blew dry it, okay? All right, with the blower, okay? And as you can see, I haven't touched it with a rag yet, okay? Walk on around the back. You know, you can see a couple of little small places of water because there's gonna be water there. I mean, even if you blow dry, you're not gonna blow dry it perfect without, you know, God, it'll take you all evening to do that. You know, so I even on the wheels, I even use the touchless sealing, the bead maker. I call it bead maker. I put that on the wheels as well. Put it on the wheels and on the windows, and as you can see, that's the end result. That's what it looks like. Now, I'm not done with it yet because I am going to wipe it down with one of my microfiber terry cloths, but I'm going to use a daily maintenance on it. And I'm gonna show you what that is. For daily maintenance, okay, and daily, I don't mean every day. I mean, you know, I got some vehicles that I do for different people. I do them once a month, okay? Now, for the ones I do once a month and some I do once every 3 weeks or so, you know, they get a special price from me, and they do because they keep coming back to me. So with this, I do a daily maintenance, and when I do a daily maintenance, this is what I mean by that, okay? Every time I wash the vehicle, okay, if I do it once every 3 weeks or once every month, when I finish washing it, I can use the new finish Better Than Wax, which is right there on the end. That's a daily maintenance product. It's a ceramic coating, but it's not a, you know, and it says lasts through 100 washes. I'm not going to tackle that, okay? Let's see. And from that, you got the chemical guys, the speed wipe. Now, I've never used that. I just got some of that in. I may try that this time, the speed wipe on the F-150, okay? You got the Black Magic Intense Graphene Quick Detail. I've used that. And if you pour that out, you'll notice it's got these little black specks in it. Those black specks are the graphene. Graphene is the same thing that you see in the #2 pencils, okay? It's good for daily use after finish washing it. It's a maintenance use, okay? Ice spray wax. This stuff right here, I think is fantastic. It goes on so good. It smells good. Most of the stuff I use smells pretty good, okay? The ice spray wax really it smells damn good, okay? Suds Labs got the Carnauba Mist Wax. I've used that. That can be used as a daily maintenance, okay? One of my favorites right here, the Griot Ceramic Speed Shine. This is one of my favorites. You see my bottle's almost low. I got to go get some more, okay? Because I love this stuff here. It works really good. You got the Minute Wax. Minute Wax, this is the game changer because you can find this stuff at Walmart for $8.95 a bottle. And trust me, it goes on good. It flashes. And I mean, it definitely repels the water. You can put it on there dry, wet, you know, and you could just spray it on it and rinse it off. But me, I like to, I like to do. You've got the, also they've got the Slick Shine Quick Detail. Now this is the waterless wash. This is for people who, you got a little bit of dirt on the car and spray it on it and wipe it with a rag. I don't like doing that because if the car is really, really dusty and it's a lot of thick dust on it, wiping it, doing that, unless you get that real good and let that stuff sit there and emulsify that dust, you basically rubbing that dust across and you're scratching up your finish, okay? Rain-X Graphene Detailer, the exterior detailer. It's pretty good. I've used it. It's very hydrophobic. It's great, okay? 303, the 303. Now, this is a graphene detailer. This is not the touchless sealant that we used a little bit early. And this is it's got a coating, it's a sealing, it's wax boosters in it. You can put it on wet or dry. The best way I always see to put this stuff on the vehicle, put it on there while it's wet. It goes on a lot better, okay? Then from the new finish, you got the new finish graphene coating. Now, this is not the same as the Better Than Wax down there, the ceramic coating. This is graphene coating, okay? I use it as a quick detailer from time to time. And then at the end, I got the little cheap McGuire's quick detailer, mist and wipe. It's good. I mean, it wipes cleans the vehicle off, especially if I wouldn't spray a quick detailer if you got mud and dirt on it, where you're gonna need some water, soap, and some agitation, with some rags or, soft brushes on it or whatever, and I mean real soft brushes you're talking about on the paint. But the reason why I say this, and I just wanted to show you guys, this is just some of the detail stuff that I use when I'm doing just the maintenance on a vehicle. This is the stuff that I use. Somebody asked me 2 days ago, they caught me on I believe it was a Walmart lot, no, it was a Sam's lot, and the guy asked me, he said, "Man, you got a ceramic coating on that, don't you?" I said, "Well, somewhat." And he said, "Somewhat, what do you mean?" Now I'm gonna show you what I meant by that when I said somewhat. I want to tell you, today is me and my F-150. Today is our anniversary. And what I mean by that is I bought this vehicle 2 years ago today. 2 years ago today. It was July 3rd, 2021. and I got it from Cardinal Ford. So it's our anniversary day today, okay? It also means that my extended warranty goes out after today, so I'm gonna do something about that, but it's still running good, okay? When I first got the vehicle, even before I started going into detailing other people's cars, this is what I used on it. I used this Adams polishes, the graphene ceramic coat spraying, the graphene ceramic spray coating, the advanced one. This is the stuff that I use. I used this 2 years ago. Now this stuff is like about 40 bucks a bottle, okay? And it's a 12-ounce bottle. So it's not the same ceramic coatings that you get in the little small bottles, the expensive stuff that some of the detailers use, some of the stuff that costs 100, 200 bucks a bottle. You know, it goes on the same way. I put it on, okay? And I'm telling you, it held up. It held up for me. This right here, the graphene stuff, this stuff held up for me. And as you can see, all I basically have done since then, I've done some small polishes on it, you know, where I had to buff out a couple of small scratches and stuff like that. But I did the entire vehicle. I did it at the end of the month when I first got it. No, it probably wasn't the end of the month. Probably was the first week when I got it. I washed it, I detailed it real good, and I used this graphene ceramic coating on it, put that on it, and the stuff works great. It works great. To say this, you know, to get an expensive ceramic coating, which the ceramic coating on a lot of vehicles, if you get that thing ceramic coated, it can run you $1,000 and up. Okay, and some depending on the size of your vehicle, because you got to remember before, if the person who's doing your ceramic coating knows how to do the job. After they wash that vehicle, they have to decontaminate it, they have to clay bar it, okay, and then they have to polish it out. You know, they have to buff out any of the scratches and the imperfections that's in there as much as possible. Now, you're never going to buff out 100% of the scratches. Forget about it. That ain't going to happen. It's always going to be something, because once you lay that ceramic coating down there, it's down there. And if there's a big, huge scratch or whatever up in there, you're going to see it. It's going to stay there, and it's not going to be able to buff off. Now, in due time, that ceramic coating will wear off. They say they got some that'll last 5 and 10 years, 10-year ceramic coating. I don't believe that, and that's just me. And I may be wrong, but prove me wrong. I don't believe that, okay? Was some things that they fail to tell people, they fail to tell the customers, is that, and some of them don't, a lot of them do, the professional detailers do, is that in order for you to keep that ceramic coating up, you got to keep that thing maintained. You got to keep it maintained. You gotta keep it clean. And every time you gotta keep it clean, you do a touch up on it. You put some type of protective sealant over it, okay? Putting that protective sealant over is not gonna hurt anything unless you're out there doing it every other day. And then you can get, like you do on furniture, you can get a wax buildup on it, okay? But through your vehicle being out in the elements, you know, and you're talking about this is your everyday driver that you're driving around in every single day. I mean, that it takes a lot of beating, especially on the sides of the vehicles, around the wheels and the tires, around the sides, the fenders, bottoms of the door panels and stuff. I mean, it takes a lot of beating and stuff in there. Look at the hood and everything. The hood takes a hell of a lot of beating because, you know, it's indirect of whatever rain, hail, sun, snow drops right on it and sits right on there. So I say that to say that, you know, getting an expensive ceramic coating, you know, it's not, you know, it's not for everybody. It's not. It's a good thing to have, and it really is. I use the Adams graphene ceramic coating. I use that, and it's worked for me. It's been 2 years. I keep my vehicle maintained. Same with this one right here. I keep them maintained. People are always asking me when they see me, you know, what, do you wash your car every day? No, I don't wash it every day. Even after a real good rain, I'm riding in it. Until you get all the way up on it, you can't even tell that it's rained on it or not. You can't even tell it because I keep it maintained. You look out there and you see after you keep your vehicle maintained, when that water hit it, that water beads up and just shoots off of it like crazy, okay? Now, in some cases, you can have some water bead up and it can sit out there in a certain certain surfaces, and it'll dry up and leave water spots. I haven't had that case, but I've had a few water spots on it, but they washed right off. You know, after washing, I've had bird poop shoot all on the side of my vehicle out there, and I've taken a water hose and just knocked it right off of it. knocked it right off of it. So to say, just wanted to show you all, that's the stuff that I use. This is the stuff that I use, and how I, how I keep my vehicle maintained, And I tell you what, like I said, and to the people that have on a maintenance with me, that can bring their vehicles back, I don't charge them any extra if I have to buff out a couple of little small scratches. But every time, but it all depends on what they got now, okay? Because if it's a little bit extreme, it's going to cost you. But as far as just giving them the basic detail, which is a wash, a decon and a clay bar, because I do that, that's in a basic wash. That's in a basic detail wash. A basic detail wash is not just washing the car, but it's washing it, deconning it, using some iron remover, and a clay bar. That's a basic detail wash, and that's how I do things. But for those that bring it back, like I say, every time I do that basic wash, and that's all they want is just a basic wash on them, I always hit them with the maintenance of a spray protectant over it. I always do that after I finish it. I want my work to look nice. I want you to look at your vehicle and say, damn, wow, it looked better than it did when I first bought it. And I get a lot of that. And I appreciate that. That's because I take time to do what I do. I'm a small business person just starting out. I'm not as big as a lot of the guys. I mean, I buy a lot of places. There's a place down the street from me called In and Out, and they got cars that they're doing all the time. But I'm sure they're doing cars and washing the insides and outsides of them for $25. Okay, me, no. I'm not a car wash. I'm an auto detailer. And what the word, look up the word detail in the dictionary, and the word it'll tell you in the Webster's dictionary what the word detail means, to pay close attention to. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. So, thank y'all for joining in on this video. That was a short one. Like I said, I just wanted to show you how the bead maker, the 303 bead maker works, the touchless sealing. And that's some pretty good stuff. I appreciate your likes, y'all. I appreciate your subscribers. I'm up to like 320 subscribers now. My goal is I'm trying to get up to 500. So if you can please, let your friends and let your family know, let anybody know, please. It costs you nothing to get on there and to hit that like button. It costs you nothing to hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing to hit that notification button. Notification basically means that every time I put out a video, it's automatically going to go to wherever you're notified at, to your phone. It's going to automatically go there. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Craig, big shout out to you down in Oklahoma. Chudwick, a big shout out to you that's in Alaska. Appreciate you guys. I really do. Y'all have a wonderful day. This has been Deep TV 59, complete auto detailing and more. I will see you next time. And I'll keep just trying to bring you some different content. We'll just keep on keeping on. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.